Wholesome Roots. Things may be a little bit out of order in my vlog this week. I apologize for that, but under the circumstances, it's to be expected. Going out of town is not easy, but I'm home. And boy, am I glad to be home and back with my farm animals. I miss them so much. And with everything that went on while I was gone, I just, even more so, just want to be home. And I'm really, really glad that I got to see my mom and my dad and my sisters and cousins and nephews and nieces, and everybody got to play together and have fun and visit and help my mom with some big projects. And I'm so grateful that I had amazing farmsteader here who ended up having a assistant farmsteader with her as well. My other friend Auburn ended up coming and helping. And I'm just very grateful for them and for my farm mentor that came and helped them with the milking when they had issues. And I'm very blessed. Very, very, very blessed. I'm not sure how the order of the stories are going to happen. They might fall out of order, but I'm going to try to catch you guys up with everything that's been going on this weekend. I spy with my little eye an asparagus. Yay! It's the only one I see. So I'm kind of like, okay, maybe they're all in here. They're just waiting for the weather to warm up, and the chickweed just drowned them out from getting any of the warm sunshine, so they're taking their time. But with 300 asparagus crowns planted in this bed, surely more than one of them has decided to survive the winter. But I'm excited about seeing just the one. At least I know we have one. And hopefully we're going to start seeing more every day. Everybody's doing well. The babies are nursing and getting big and playful. Super cute. I got over a half a gallon of milk out of Kitty this morning. And I was pretty sure she was going to give me a lot, but that was pretty impressive. I'm excited about her milk potential. And I milked a quart out of one side of Sister A. A little bit from the other side, but mostly from one side. Babies have a tendency to just nurse on their favorite side all the time. So, of course, that's what her baby's doing. But she is nursing well. She's getting plenty to eat. She's pooping and peeing tons. That's always a good sign. Very, very important sign that you probably should pay pretty close attention to. And that's another sign that you want to pay close attention to, is extra bouncy, perky, lots of energy, playfulness. That's a sign that the baby's getting plenty to eat and has plenty of calories to play. Kitty, you missed me. She's been so affectionate. Sister Ray was a bit difficult to get on the milk stand at first, but once she was up there, she only stomped a couple of times when I was cleaning her udder, like she didn't know what I was doing, but she'll get the hang of it. She'll be fine. So there is a whole awful lot that I need to talk to you guys about and catch you up on about the weekend. And it's been difficult, and it's been great in many ways. So on Friday, when I was getting ready to leave and go out of town, I had Truly's brother here. Truly's brother, Lord, was clearly not well. I had been suspecting things just weren't the same with him. He was acting different than her. I never really did see him nurse well. And I don't know if... Alright, so the possibilities we're coming up with is that he could have had a tongue tie or lip tie that caused it to be hard for him to nurse. and that was part of the initial problem. He could have had something wrong with him to begin with. Once I had him in the house, and so Friday morning I found him cold and sleepy, and I brought him in, warmed him up, and started syringe feeding him milk. And I did that all day long on Friday. I mean, not Friday, Wednesday. We left Thursday morning. So Wednesday, I'm sorry, my brain is so scattered. So Wednesday, I found him cold and not, you know, ice cold. He was 101, too low, but not low enough that, you know, it was severe. But I couldn't get him to take a bottle. And so I was syringe feeding him milk every hour. And I found somebody that was willing to keep him for the weekend and bottle feed him and keep him going for the weekend. And the idea was that we would come back and pick him up and continue bottle feeding him. And he was just going to have to be a bottle baby because Kitty kept on stepping away every time he nursed. She wasn't paying near as much attention to him as she was her. So we suspected there had to have been a reason for that. After having him in the house all day. Now here's one of the funny parts of it is every time I checked his belly, it was full. His little belly had a full little milk belly. Just like it should. It wasn't overly full. It wasn't bloated. It was just baby full. The way it should feel. So once I had him in the house and in a box, I started to think that something might be more wrong with him internally, like his intestines or something, because I never saw him poop. Now, I didn't know if I wasn't seeing him poop because he hadn't ingested enough milk and there was nothing to poop out and he was absorbing everything he got, or if there was something wrong with his intestines from birth. Well, even though I checked his temperature rectally 1,000 times to make sure he was staying at the right temperature, he never pooped. I never had him poop for me, and I even tried an enema, a warm water enema, and it didn't do anything. So I think it's a good possibility he had something intestinally wrong with him, development-wise, so he was not formed properly. So we don't really know for sure, but the next day I got a message from his caretaker saying that he had passed. And it was really weird because he was up and down. He was like doing good 1 minute, walking around, and the next, gone. And there's no way to know what happened. We could have, you know, put him in the refrigerator for the weekend and had a necropsy done at the vet school, but it would have cost over $300. And with the fact that we never did see him poop, and you know, Ryan and I were talking about it, and I'm like, did you ever see poop on his bum? Like, usually these babies are covered in poop until mama cleans it. The poop is really, you know, yucky, poopy, runny at the beginning. So him and I never saw it. And we didn't realize we had never saw it until we realized him being in the house, we never saw it. And that's when it became like, wait a minute, have we ever saw it? So all of the hard to be serious when I have cute goats being adorable. All of the evidence points to something possibly wrong with his intestines from the start. Nothing we could do about it. Nothing we could have done to save him. I mean, possibly have surgery or something like that, but that's just out of the realm of what we would be willing to do. You know, that wouldn't be plausible for us. It wouldn't be feasible. And, you know, no guarantees even if you did do that. So anyway, it was a horrible, horrible, tragic loss. I cried myself to sleep watching videos of him. So I have a few videos on my phone that I'm hoping to put together a little, as a little tribute to him. You know, it's funny because people say, oh, it's part of farming, you get used to it, oh, it's no big deal, you lose some. Well, some people say that. I don't say that. I never will say that. It is part of farming, but it is a big deal. And to me, it is, and always will be. So, especially when it's a baby that you brought into this world and felt responsible for, and the fact that I wasn't here to make sure that I was being responsible and doing everything I could kind of hurts. I know he got the best of care, but it's like, you know, there's always that guilt factor when something like this happens. Even though I know that I did everything I could and that he had everything he could have, it still hits you with that twinge of guilt of, could I have done something else? Could I have done better? But even when we were syringe feeding him, he never got any energy back, really. I mean, a little bit standing and walking around, but his belly got very big at the end. Even though he had been given oil, vegetable oil, in case it was bloat, we're pretty convinced it was because he wasn't passing his food properly. So it happens. It's tragic and horrible and sad. It was even more so because I was not here to handle it and deal with it and focus on it. I was in the middle of trying to visit with my family, which made it very difficult because I had to put on my mask, pretend like I was happy, when really I was just dying inside. And it wasn't until that night that when I went to bed, that I was able to cry and really just let it out. So, that was the first thing we dealt with on the weekend, over the phone and the internet and Facebook messages, and trying to work it out and help and resolve the situation as best we could. And then, the next day, around dinner time, I got another message from my farmsteader that Sister A, she had arrived to do her evening chores, and Sister A had popped out this cute little baby out in the pasture, which luckily went completely smooth, without any help, without any assistance. The baby was standing and partially dry when she got there. Sister was helicopter momming and licking the baby like crazy, doing everything she was supposed to do to be bonding. But she was not letting the baby nurse, that they could see. The baby was not nursing. The baby looked very energetic though, so I suspect the baby nursed before they got there. And that suspicion got more and more so because of the events that occurred afterwards. So apparently Sister Ray does not want strangers anywhere near her when she is nursing her baby. She will not nurse in front of them. And she will not let them touch her udder, even if there's 3 of them holding her down. You are the star of the show. You better quit stealing the show. Oh my gosh, truly is truly scrumptious. Truly scrumptious. You are. Kitty, stop eating the camera. Kitty, don't eat my camera. What was that sound? What do you hear? Okay, so my friend Linda had to come. My friend Auburn had to come. Everybody had to come and fight with Sister just to get a little bit of milk off of her and get the baby to nurse, for sure. And that is what they had to do. And it was a wrestling match. And Sister was very naughty the entire time. She kicked, she bucked, she pushed, she shoved. She did not care about anybody or anything, but do not touch me. She said, do not touch me. Do not touch me. She did not want to be touched. And she did not want these strangers around her. So, anyway, we we were very, very grateful for the fact that Auburn and Mona and Linda were so dedicated and so devoted to making sure everything got taken care of. And everything was perfectly taken care of. I could never have dreamed of friends this wonderful and this great to help to this level that they did. It was unreal how much they assisted these animals and helped them and made sure that they were okay. They treated them like their very own, and I am so grateful for that. And I feel so blessed. Like, can you imagine, like, anybody less attentive, how badly things could have gone if little Dottie was not getting the right amount of food from Mom. Would anybody else have noticed or cared and done as much? I doubt it. These women deserve the highest praises in the world. So, I'm just so grateful. They ended up spending the night sleeping at my house so that they could come out and check on the baby every 3 hours and make sure that she had a full belly, or watch her and make her nurse and hold sister and make her nurse. And I cannot believe they did that. And the next night, they were thinking things were going better. They were finding a full belly every time, but they wanted to be sure. So they spent the night again and made sure of it. And I am so grateful for that. I just can't even believe that anybody would sacrifice their whole weekend like that and take care of my babies, leaving their own babies home. They have 2 small children, both of them, and they left them. Said, "Here, hubby, take the kids. I've got more important kids that need me right now." And they took care of these kids. And I'm so grateful for that. And it's just a beautiful thing. A beautiful, beautiful thing. I wish I had some way of just showing my gratitude completely, but there's no way I ever could show it all completely. There's no way. This is just too over the top helpful. And I'm so happy that they're okay and they're healthy. So this is where we're at now. We are home. The baby goats are very healthy. We lost one and we miss him. Oh, yeah. But we have Truly, we have Dottie. And for that yes, and we have you, sister. Yes. She keeps pushing little Truly away like, "You're not my baby." Even when Truly's not even trying to come to her, she's just like, "Look at this, Truly. Look at this." You scratch her chin and she pushes her nose into you. She is the most amazing little goat I've ever met. And Miss Dottie too, yeah. You know what's so funny is Dottie was really affectionate with Auburn and Mona. And she's not that affectionate with me. And I'm like a little jealous. Because she bonded, you know? She bonded with her 2 moms that she had here for her beginning days, you know? And at least Truly remembered me. Truly, did you remember me? Huh? Did you remember me? Yes, I think she did. I think Truly remembered me. She's such an affectionate girl. Yes, you are. So cute and playful. I'm sure Dottie will come around and be as loving with me once she realizes that I'm her other mom. So you see, Sister Ray's got some big old teats like Kitty. Really easy to milk. She had a nice orifice size. I think she's going to be really good once she gets used to the stand. Kitty, my milk cow. Kitty, are you my milk cow? Huh? Are you my milk cow? You love me. You love me too, Truly. Truly. She's been hopping around in my lap this whole time. Silly little goat. Oh, I'm excited. I have so much milk. So I'm gonna go in, filter and chill the milk, and tend to some messes in the house. Do a bunch of editing. I have a lot of editing. So hopefully I'll get caught up on that and I have some good videos for you this week. And we have the big collaboration video. 3 new things we're growing this spring, so make sure you check out that playlist. We got a lot of big channels and a lot of small channels all participating in that. And don't forget about our live show this Friday. Of course, we didn't have one last Friday because we were gone. So I hope you guys weren't missing us too much. And I hope you enjoyed Trisha and Emma and Missy and their adorable little hack of my YouTube. I was kind of surprised when I saw that. So I appreciate them over at Willow Creek Homestead for their beautiful words and encouragement. And I thank you guys for your words and your encouragement too. Thank you for watching. You know the drill. We'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.